look good.
This has paper on it.
Yeah, you can't eat the paper.
Nope.
Now these are
but
made
you can
with.
touch them with your hands.
That is true. 2 kinds of cake mix, and also one of the little secrets I use diet hot cocoa packets to make to really amp up the chocolate flavor.
Diet hot cocoa. What is Patti saying over there?
She is causing trouble.
Yeah, no, what makes you think I could eat the paper, boo?
You can't eat the paper. No paper. Paper bad, cake good.
Okay, next.
You're the one that wanted to eat the paper.
I didn't want to eat the paper. What's wrong with that?
Okay, again, the frosting is made out of fat-free whipped cream, like marshmallow cream, which is also a great ingredient, and fat-free cream cheese.
Okay.
Okay.
Must everything be a contest?
Are you okay?
Girl, yeah, but I don't eat paper. I just made sure my hands were clean, and when I said to the audience, this is paper, I meant that I'm not touching the actual cupcake, boo.
Oh, I see.
You have only missed 1 performance in your entire career?
Yeah, that I can recall. You know, well, 2 actually, but the one that stands out most in my mind is I was doing this date in Richmond. We were on tour.
Right.
And I was really tired. And the thing that really wipes me out, well, 2 things wipe me out, and that's air conditioning.
Right.
And when I am exceptionally tired, this just says I ain't working.
No, absolutely.
Okay?
Yeah.
And it was about 3/4 of the way during the tour, and we were on the bus, and we got to Richmond, and I felt it the night before. We played Washington the night before, and I barely made it through, okay? And I said, well, you know, if I can just get out of here and get to bed, maybe by showtime tomorrow night I'll have enough to get through, right? Didn't work that way. Got down there, got ready to walk on that stage, and I went on and opened my mouth, and nothing. You talk about scared. I mean, not nervous, girl.
And this
I was
not
scared.
because your pre-recorded tape ran out, was it?
Listen,
it was
girl,
organic.
You know that when I think about that, I said, "Ooh, you guys are getting away with murder."
Organic silence.
When y'all do that,
please.
You know,
Absolutely.
I mean, everything that we ever did was raw.
Live, yeah.
Was raw. Okay, all the way live. And the pimps looked over there at me and was like, "Well, something wrong with your mic?"
Something like my opening performance. So what did you do?
Well, nothing I could do.
mime
I mean, I
performance?
looked at them and I just shook my head. You know, I said, "Wow, it won't work." And it's the first time. I mean, just to walk off of that stage was like walking the last mile.
Can I ask you about sex?
You want to talk about sex?
Yeah.
On nationwide TV?
On nationwide TV, here in the Family Hour. I mean, it's in a lot of your songs. I mean, it's
sex.
Well, lust.
Come on,
feeling.
No.
Good feeling.
You got me mixed up with somebody else.
No,
Ed.
I don't mean sex in an overt sense, but a sexual feeling is in a lot of your music.
A sexual feeling.
Yeah.
Would you elaborate on that, please?
Well, you listen to the feeling that comes from your songs.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go back to Give Me My Propers When I Get Home.
Mm-hmm. That's what it does for you.
Sock it to me.
Sock it to me. Lay it on me. Give me a high five. You know what I'm saying?
That too. But, you know, listen, a lot of those things are you know, double meanings.
Okay, double entendres. Okay, yeah.
That's innocent.
What did you think sock it to me meant?
Was that innocent or coincidental?
Now, what did you think it meant,
Well,
Ed?
you come home and give me my propers.
In the early days, we were just a product. You know, you didn't realize your real worth or as a person, or that you could somehow make a difference in life, you know, or to other people. You were a product, and it was just moving around and selling records and doing interviews and saying things that were not honest, and just a lot of that. But I guess it got more, I don't know, it got real after a while. I had children, I had to take responsibility for myself, and I just had to grow up and just be real. And I didn't start until but also I'm talking about being a woman. I'm feeling all right about making decisions for myself, and that I didn't need a man around to do that exactly, that I could say yes and I could say no if I didn't want to do something, that being in charge of your own self.
You had control of your own destiny and
it was
yourself.
beginning around
Yeah. Hey, welcome. We're going to jump right in the groove. Air, water, fire, and earth. The four elements. Magical, mystical, and essential for life. Aretha Franklin, Patti LaBelle, Diana Ross, and Gladys Knight. Magical, mythical, essential for life, and essential for American soul music. So we're talking about a combined career of over close to 250 years in the musical industry. And let me just say this about what this sums up to. 27 competitive Grammys, 13 American Music Awards, 10 NAACP Image Awards, over 50 Lifetime Achievement Awards. Together, 5 stars on the 4 people with 5 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Kennedy Center honorees, Presidential Medal of Freedom recipients, a Golden Glove winner, a Tony winner, 3 inductees in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So when you can't question why they are essential, and today why we still talk about their music the way we did before. So tonight, we honor and cherish the music and magic of Diana, Patti, Gladys, and Aretha. So grab a seat. Well, get your drink, come back, grab a seat, come back. You know the order to do it in, because we're about to get in the groove. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome. And to the folks out there, y'all. To the folks out there, I am Odu Adamu. Welcome tonight to the premiere episode of In the Groove. Yes, it seems like something technically happened, but we are here and we are about to get it in. So thank you for staying with us and being in the groove with us. So you know me, or you know a little bit about me, but let's hear from everyone else, the GrooveMasters that are with me tonight. Let's kick it off with Trevor. Happy birthday, Trevor. Happy birthday to you. So you get to start tonight as your birthday gift. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Introduce yourself.
Thank you. Well, I'm Trevor. I'm originally from New York. I'm broadcasting from Atlanta, GA. I love music. My mother said that I was born dancing. So I love music. I love Aretha. And so I'm here to represent Aretha. Aretha is everything. And y'all can't tell me nothing else. So I'm here to tell y'all that Aretha is everything. I will fight for Aretha. Okay, so y'all can say what y'all want. Aretha is everything. And I'll let y'all go. Donnell.
Next. I'm Donnell. I'm from Chicago. I love music like everybody else. I'm just very, very glad to be here. All 4 of them are, well, Patti is my favorite out of the 4, but all 4 of them are just, wow. They are just, they keep me grounded and they keep me sane among just about everybody else in the music world. I think I like music so much and get into music so much is because I can't sing. And so therefore I have to find a way to, another way to envelop myself in the music. And thus it's by getting into the very minutia of it, discussing it like now. Keonde.
Hey, y'all, how y'all doing?
Hey, Keonde.
Hey. So I am Keonde. I'm originally from Mississippi. I live in Las Vegas, and I am a music lover, music collector, music writer. I'm a YouTuber. Music is in my soul, in my blood. It's all I've known all my life, and it's gotten me through everything in life. And today, I am representing the Empress of Soul herself, Miss Gladys Knight, who I will also fight for, Trevor. So get ready, get ready. You know she had that song I will fight, so get ready. But I'm here. I'm glad to be with y'all.
So we seem
glad
to
talk to the people.
All right. Well, we seem to already be here. So on that note, normally I would be in New York. Today I'm in Dallas, and since they all talking about who they repping for, it's clear that I am repping for the boss, the one and only Diana Ross. And let's be clear, I love all these women. And as we talked in the beginning about elements, all of them are necessary. Oh, okay. All right. All right. He already got a church fan. Are you wearing opaque pantyhose or something? You can put that church fan down. We're ready to do this. But I mean, but they're all necessary. I mean, when we look at the fabric of soul music, they're all woven into it. They each bring something unique, wonderful, beautiful, and necessary, at least for my life. So, but again, yes, we are talking about who we're talking about. So let's get a little deeper into why they mean so much to us. But before we do that, we pick some clips we want y'all to see so you understand why these women mean so much to us. And let me just say, because two things. You'll notice one GrooveMaster isn't here, Rainier. She'll be here next week. There's always going to be 4 of us, so we alternate. But we send Rainier mad love. We love her to death. I know she watching because she hit me up talking about where y'all at because it didn't start. So we sending her love. And then also, used to be a time like last week when you played something on Facebook, and if you played 30 to 40 seconds, you were cool. Some of that's changed this week. So we're going to do this audio thing. If we get kicked off, y'all know y'all been listening to them DJs just come back. But if you miss any audio clips or we realize we can't do them during the show, we will post. Really? We're going to post a playlist. Really? I'm about to get up and change outfits and put on like a sequin cardigan with dome and sleeves if we're going to be doing all this. But let me say this to the people. If we find out we can't do audio clips, if you're a member of the group, we're going to post a playlist in there. Join the Facebook group so you'll always have access to the music we talk about on the episode, and you'll be able to share comments and feedback, etc. So on that note, Sue, let's get started with our favorites.
Queued over. We've been serving up quality.
All right, our favorite. And that's what happens when you have to show from YouTube.
See, our favorites, Aretha.
You're no good, heartbreaker. You're a liar and you're a cheat. And I don't know why I let you do these things to me. My friends keep telling me that you ain't no good. Oh, but they don't know that I'd leave you if I could. I guess I'm uptight and I'm stuck like glue. 'Cause I ain't love a man the way that I love you.
Got me right in it.
All right, Sue. Just keep the clips rolling, and then we'll talk. Okay. Well, then, Trevor, why don't you start? And Trevor, one thing I do know. There's a clip that you sent that was from her performance in Amsterdam. That's a remarkable performance. And you talked about that being the moment you knew you were in love with Aretha. So talk a little bit about that sing between you and Aretha that you'll fight for.
So it was that song. So I was just like listening to it one day and I was like, who was this woman singing about she never loved a man the way that she loves him? Woo, I want to love a man like that. I don't know why she loving him like that, but hey, I want to love somebody like that. It's just the way that she sings. It's everything that she sings. You can feel it. You can feel it. And I just can't explain it. She gets down in your soul. She gets down. She gets so far down that she gets down in your feet. It's just Aretha. Aretha will take you and she will grab you and she will bring you with her wherever she is going. Whether you want to go or not, you are going. You are going.
Yeah.
That's why I love her. That's why I love it. And Aretha can go anywhere and everywhere. And like I said, she'll take you with her.
Okay, well, raise a glass. Here's to Aretha Franklin. This is happy hour.
Aretha Franklin.
Here's to Aretha Franklin. All right.
Here's to Riri.
Go ahead, Riri.
All right. So our next diva, Sue.
Teach you to smile, and I'll show you skies where gentle breezes blow.
No matter where you are, no matter how far, just call my name. I'll be there. On that true depending never work. Nowhere can stop me, babe. Can stop me, baby. If you don't mind, nowhere can stop me, babe. If you don't mind,
All right, to the divas. So, Keonde, let's go back to Gladys. And you share with us.
Yes, Lord. I know y'all felt that. I had to get another one out. Yes, Lord. That Gladys. You know what I love about Gladys? She has a personability factor to her. You know, when you hear her singing, you hear her even speaking, her southern charm comes through. She has a deep soulfulness that I haven't heard in anybody else. And she has the perfect way of caressing a song and respecting a song and just capturing you in the moment. And I don't feel that with anybody else. I was in that song, Where Peaceful Waters Flow. I remember I was 7 years old when I first heard it, and I was just completely blown away. Whenever I need a little lifting in my spirit, I go right to it. And I always look at it like this. Aretha had Bridge Over Troubled Water. Gladys had Where Peaceful Waters Flow. And Gladys is just amazing to me. Amazing. She's been consistent throughout her entire career. I love her. I can go on.
No. Let me get to Ross, because they had water songs. Ross was soaking wet in Central Park, and so for me, why I go to Ross is kind of that, being a child and first seeing Diana Ross. She represents almost like a fairy tale. To that point, I had never seen not just any single Black performers kind of not having to be angry or a lot of angst or any of that. And even in their performance, it was all of this. Ross was, and to the point of being the elements, because we didn't talk about the elements we relate them to, but to the point of her being air, not just her vocals, but her whole being just lifted everything. And it was just, once you saw that smile, I mean, she was this, again, a fairy tale. And what people don't know, because people talk about my smile a lot, is I learned how to smile from Diana Ross. And I realized that you could smile your way through any situation and it could be authentic. So that is just this connection that I have with her. And it stayed to the, as you can see, right? You could just go right into it. And you feel like even when you see her performances, especially Ain't No Mountain High Enough, the whole entire room, just when you see her do it in concert, just comes together. And for me, the moment is Central Park, because prior to that, I think people just kind of thought of Ross as, oh, this Barbie doll, oh, this plastic, oh, this fake, and, you know, always question her abilities as a performer. Well, here she is in Central Park, soaking wet, looking not at all like the diva we know her to be. Hair was down and done, you know, Bob Mackie sequins all over the ground, and she was just going. And she kept going until they told her she had to leave the stage. So she wasn't concerned about looking perfect. She was concerned about people getting a show and people being safe. And that taught me a lot about this understanding that there's one way you can think about a person or a situation, and then you have no idea what the reality is. And then on the fact that she came back the next day, did the show again. What a lot of people don't know, you know, it's a free concert. They raised money with the merchandise. All the merchandise had been ruined in the rain. So she just donated $250,000 to the parks in New York. And so it's landed as the most successful fundraising free concert ever. So me and Ross, I mean, I love all y'all, but me and Ross, we like this.
All right.
Now, on that note, though, and we talked about this, that we love them. And at the same time, there have been some things, you know, they've made some decisions or career things that we feel a little funny about. And I know now Keonde, he is glad. So, okay, so I'm going to start. Please don't anybody. What?
You got to go to Donnell first.
Right, you got to go to Patti.
I was about to pop up in there, and I was
okay.
Got to go to Patti.
Okay. I like your lead-in. Actually, was great, Odu, when you said that Ross kind of showed you who she was when she got on stage. And Patti, the reason that I love Patti is because she pretty much bears herself on stage. She is the one who is, with all the antics and all the craziness and all the hoopla and all that yelling and screaming and all that, but through all of that, she is readily able and willing to bear herself right there on stage, tell you what's going on in her life, tell you, look, this is what's happening with me right now, and I'm going to sing it to you. And there is no way that I can believe otherwise that the stage was anything less than a therapy session for Patti, because she's coming out there, it's helping us, the audience, but it's helping her as well get through whatever it was that she would happen to be going through in her life. And I linked up to Patti, especially through Come What Made That Song, because I was going through a bunch of stuff in my life, coming out process, learning to love myself, loving to learn the inward me. And I had a come to Jesus moment where, as a friend, actually just shook me physically and said, you are going to have to learn to love yourself. And at that very second, Come What May was playing on the radio, WJMI, Jackson, Mississippi, was playing on the radio, and the words kind of just filtered in. So it's part what, coincidence or kismet or whatever it was, but at the same time that I was getting a lesson about learning myself, about loving myself, Patti at the same time on the radio was saying, I will never be afraid of who I am and who I'm not, come what may. And the two kind of gelled in and made one huge moment for me. And as if I could not get the lesson any more clearly, the following morning when I got up to go to class, the current hit song from Patti was playing on the radio as I was getting ready for class, and that was New Attitude. Somehow the wires turned. I never knew I had such a lesson to learn. And I was like, well, okay, I get it. and that's how she gelled with me in that moment.
Donnell, can I just say, Come What May is my favorite Patti song ever. It truly is. And I also want to be real clear on one thing that I didn't say before. Gladys, we are representing Earth. Gladys is representing Earth. Earth gives you its foundation, it's grounds you, and just that's what her music does for me. I just want to throw that in there.
And Aretha represents water because she has gone everywhere and she has done everything. I'm sorry. I mean, opera, jazz, pop, R&B, Aretha, everything, all. She does it all.
So is Gladys.
Okay,
let's go
all
with
right.
that.
We love about that.
Let's go with that.
Donnell, you want to talk about Fire and Patti?
Sure. Patti represents fire. It's such an urgency. It's now. It's here. It is. Take it or leave it. Love it or hate it. But I'm gonna give it to you straight. And so, Patti, fire.
And again, Ross's air, floating on a cloud above it all, with ease and effortlessness. Needed to breathe, needed to live, needed to exist. The one and only, the boss, Diana Ross. So now, okay. So, and I'm sorry about that, Donnell, before, but we did say we were going to have this segment and we were going to spend a little time talking about Girl, I Love You, But. And if you know Diana Ross, do not ever let her see this, let her hear me say this. So I'll kick it off so everybody else don't feel shy. There is one musical moment for me that, okay, let's just put it out there. Working overtime. And here's my thing. Y'all go, see, stop. This is the thing. It was like it was her coming back to Motown. It was a Nile Rodgers collaboration again. We were like all in, like, yes, because the RCA time, while I can appreciate the albums in their moments, they were really singles. After the first one, Why Do Fools Fall in Love, it became very a singles experience. So Muscles, Eaten Alive, you know, that kind of thing. So we were Pieces of Ice. We're like, all right, great. And then we get Working Overtime, which the single itself would be cool, but it wasn't a Ross single. And that's my thing with it. It's just like, yeah, but it wasn't Ross. It wasn't all that Ross is. And I saw you, Donnell, but yeah, that you know, that wasn't for Ross to be doing. Like I was like, I don't know. But she came back with Paradise. Paradise, which is the song by Ross people don't talk about. The next one was over. So Paradise redeemed it, but yeah, Ross should have probably clocked out at 5 or not come to work that day. They're working overtime. I love you, but we gotta be honest. That wasn't it. So all right, I'll pass the baton.
Okay,
I'll go next.
Okay, go ahead, Trevor.
Okay. Well, Riri, I love you, but don't ever touch anything by the Supremes. Now, Diana Ross, what she did. But you can't hurry love or anything else by the Supremes. Riri, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm sorry. Just don't. Okay.
That's what you call fighting for. All right. All right. Keonde.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this with all truthfulness, not just because I love Gladys. I can't think of a musical moment, any album, anything like that, that I didn't think was a misstep, that I thought was a misstep. There have been some albums that were greater than others, but nothing where I thought, oh, why did she do that? However, in my idea of what Gladys Knight is and what she represents and all that thing, all those things, what kind of threw me off actually was when she revealed her gambling addiction. I was dealing with that and going through that. It was like, that was a surprise. I didn't see that at all. But even in that, how she handled it with grace, and honesty, and moved with it and dealt with it, and told her story honestly. That put me back on track with who I believe Gladys Knight was or is.
Yes.
I love you very much, Miss Patti. But that jazz album, that last jazz album.
The mail we gonna get.
noted that she was when they said that she was going to release a jazz album, I thought of her songs with Grover Washington. The
Best is yet to come.
Best is yet to come.
It would be, something like that, or even when from the I'm in Love Again album, Lover Man, Where Can You Be? I thought it would be an album full of that. It turned out to be an album full of homages to older jazz songs, pretty much like Before Me from Gladys Knight.
Yeah.
Which I thought was okay. But the Bell Homage album came out and I couldn't get into it. Now, part of that is because jazz is not, hard jazz is not my go-to for listening to. I have to
It wasn't Patty's go-to either.
No, it was not.
Yeah.
Lord knows it was not.
No. And folks said that when they knew that Patti was releasing the jazz album, they said, well, Patti can't do a jazz album because she screams too much or because she yells too much. And anyone who says that did not listen to the album because she didn't scream or yell once. It bored the hell out of me. I think that's what it was. And I ended up liking 3 songs out of the 10 that was on there. But I was like, okay, well, I loved her for doing it. I love her for trying to expand her repertoire. But next.
But Donnell, what surprised me about that is they played it a lot on the radio stations in DC. They played it a lot. It really surprised me.
Wow.
I don't know why anybody would have played it, but they played it a lot on the radio stations in DC.
All right. And see, here's the thing. What I love about, and there's this reality, because we kind of see now in the modern days, people go to bat for artists and they're like, oh my God, and they can do no wrong. Artists are human. Kind of what I like about them is that, because when working overtime was out, I wore some stuff that somebody, if they pull up a picture and say, dude, because that era of all of that era. So, we gotta love, I love the daring of all of them. And I think that that's what separates kind of an artist from a diva, a next caliber, an iconic, again, we're talking about with these artists combined total over 50 Lifetime Achievement Awards. So they're allowed,
They are allowed. And
right.
Another reason they are allowed, when we're talking about R&B music, and the roots of R&B music encompasses a lot of different genres, including jazz, pop, gospel, blues, all those things. And most of these elements have done all those things. Mm-hmm. So I give them a pass. And even Donnell, thanks for bringing up the For Me. For Me was okay, but I thought she played it safe vocally. But across the board, I thought it was a pleasant listen. I gave her a pass because it's still in her DNA, and I allow them to go ahead and do that.
Yeah, you cannot put any of these 4 ladies or any artists who call themselves such into a box. You just can't. As much as you love a particular album from any artist, and you love that album from them, half of you want for them to release that next album to sound like the one that you just previously heard, but the other half wants you to make that artist grow. And the artist ain't gonna sit around and try to figure out what it is that you want. He got to figure out what it is that he or she need to do in order to get to whatever step it is that they need to get into. So they take a chance every time they release something, and sometimes they get in trouble for not taking a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so I think it's a good segue into the next piece, because no, we don't define these artists by anything we don't like. We clearly define them by all the things we love. And as we talk about this kind of going out of quote unquote genre we think they should be in, etc., we get to this area of covers and cover records and things that people have done and songs they've done that other people have done. So Sue, if you could get us started.
our revolution is gonna be live. Right now, right now, right now, right now, right
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, Sue's doing something different, and we're gonna go with the flow here.
Go ahead, Heather Hadley. That's my girl.
Dang. Yes.
I'm gonna have a drink to that.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's go back to Donnell, Patti. In the air, the revolution will not be televised. Kick us off with that conversation.
What do I like? Well, we sure, we sure need it. Ooh, we sure need it now. That's for sure.
Right.
But why do I like that song so much? The way that the three of them traded off, the vocals in between, just it seemed different for them. It just seemed different for them. Gil Scott-Heron had just released the song, and it's definitely his. I don't think they in any fashion took it away from him, but they just got in there, and it speaks to a lot of the things that Patti, particularly LaBelle, the group, did, was to get into your social sensibility about what it was to be a woman, about what it was to be Black. I mean, Nona Hendryx, she didn't write this one, but this song kind of served as a segue or give Nona Hendryx license. Not give her license because she was going to do that anyway, but it made her, it just made her tap into her songwriting abilities more and really put down some lyrics that a lot of women were not going to sing, you know. And so anybody else was, you know, baby, baby, I love you, baby, baby. And the Bell had no problem with saying, if you want somebody to be your slave, get you somebody new. And hoped you didn't like it when they said it.
And to your point, yes, I mean, clearly Nona Hendryx has a career that shows she's going to do what she wants to do. I think this single, though, helped us become ready, the label become ready, the public become ready because we're talking about this fascinating point, you know, going from Patti LaBelle and the Bluebells to LaBelle and this whole kind of new thing. And this is before the Larry Legaspi LaBelle. So this was like the jeans and patchwork when they did the performance of Four Women on Soul TV, like all of this really earthy, we Black and we here. And to your point, women, you know, weren't just gritty like that. And especially, quote unquote, lack of a better term, girl group wasn't gritty like that. So we got to see something new. So I'm sorry. So I know Keondae and Trevor, y'all got some covers, and then I'll go to Heather Headley and Ross.
All right, Trevor. Okay, well, I'll talk about Gladys has covered a lot of songs in her career. She's made some classics for herself. Just a couple that come to mind. We all know how she has the song Telestry, created Sphere, and that was beautifully done in The Way We Were. When she sings that, I still get chills and it runs through my body. I love how she just moved through that song to soul, directly to soul. But in later years, her End of the Road medley on the Just For You album.
Oh, yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on.
Finally got the message.
What you say? If y'all didn't feel that, how she set that up. She went from If You Don't Know Me by Now to Love Don't Love Nobody. Then she snatched that from Wanya and them.
Straight up took it.
She killed that. She killed that. And she does that when she has a remake and just she pours her soul into it, puts her personality into it. Again, you feel that Southern charm that always comes through in a Gladys Knight performance. And that end of the road melody, please go on somewhere if y'all don't feel that.
No arguments. Yeah. Yep. Okay.
We win.
Trevor. Oh, it ain't over.
So,
Trevor, go on.
So there
Go
are
on,
two
Trevor.
so there are two covers. There are two Aretha covers for me. So I'm going to talk about the cover of all covers to end all covers. The first one is "I Say a Little Prayer for You." So I'm going to tell y'all that story that I told y'all. So when I was little, when I was a little boy, every morning I would wake up and I would play Dionne Warwick's "I Say a Little Prayer for You" when I was getting ready for school. I'd put on my clothes. I say a little prayer for you, getting ready and everything. And my mother would always watch me, and she would watch me putting on my clothes, listening to this Dionne Warwick song. So one day, I guess she'd had enough of it. She said, "Come here, little boy. Let me let you listen to this song." So she put on Aretha Franklin's version. I was like, What is this? What is this magic that you're putting on? So I ain't never listened to Dionne Warwick's version from that point. Aretha Franklin is for me. I'm telling you, Aretha Franklin just does it for me. So the second cover to end all covers is "Until You Come Back to Me." I guess y'all know that already. Stevie Wonder, he did it first, but Aretha, she did it best.
She stole it.
She stole it. She stole it. Stevie's was cute. It was cute little boy song. But Aretha, she turned it into a stalker song. She said, "Until you come back to me, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit right by your doorstep until you come back to me. You ain't got no choice but to come back to me." Okay? So that's the cover. Those two are the covers to end all covers. And y'all ain't got nothing else to say.
Okay, well, I do have something to say. And I have a few things to say. And it's funny because with Aretha, like what you don't like about her is covers and what you like about her is covers. And Aretha has a career that, there's these songs we don't even know are covers, that Aretha did, and she did take them. Yeah. But the song I'm going to talk about, "Reach Out and Touch," is not one of those songs where that happened. Because "Reach Out and Touch," Diana Ross's favorite song to sing, has been done by a lot of people live in really important performances. So Teddy Pendergrass did it at Hammersmith. He did it with Ashford and Simpson at Live Aid. Aretha used to do it. She did it, if you get the Fillmore West, the double CD, you hear her version. She did it at Montreux in 71 in Switzerland. And there's nothing wrong with it. She go to church with it. But she don't go where Diana go. When Diana does it, it's just mesmerizing. It really is. You see an audience of people just like, like the God's here. And she knows exactly what she's doing. So I understand it to be her favorite song to perform, actually her first single. But here's the other recorded version. As folks don't know, the Supremes did it with the Four Tops. And it was released, it came on the album they did together right after Ross's release of it. And it's Gene Terrell doing the lead part for Supremes. And the first line, it kind of sounds Rossy, but then it goes somewhere else. And then the entire thing, it gets real doo-woppy Motown-y. And it's just not it. So while, and even when I will tell you, I'm normally a purist and around classics, but I do love Heather Headley. So when I saw her perform it, and anytime you can get Barbara Bush to be there, like you got to give Heather props for that. So that's why I went there with the covers. So the covers are often songs, we all kind of know and we've experienced from them. And then there are these hidden gems, I like to call them. Songs that like the true fans get into and have hype discussions about. So we're going to talk a little bit about those. Sue, you want to give us a little piece?
She buys you diamonds right
Keonde.
That's great.
I've never heard that. I've never heard that.
Hidden
I
gem.
have never heard that.
Some, yes.
I have never
I
heard
love
that.
her version. I love her. It's on her second solo album in 1979. A lot of people don't know she recorded 2 solo albums in the 70s when she couldn't perform with the Pips. And you know, this I Who Have Nothing has been recorded by everybody, from Shirley Bassey to everybody's recorded that song. Her version of it, a lot of people haven't heard it. She sings the hell out of it. And I don't know why it didn't get more exposure, but it's one of those I always go to. I let other people hear, well, hey, Gladys' version, and people are blown away. So Trevor, Donnell, go ahead and get it. Go ahead and get into it.
Yeah, I actually got 100 down. When I saw that this song was going to be from her, that you chose that song as her cover, I thought you meant the one that she had just done on this 2 albums ago, which I find fantastic. So I got to go hunt that one down.
It's from '79. If you can see that album right here, see that?
Yeah, I see
it. All right, and again, they can search it out, and everyone watching, we'll put a playlist in the group. We'll attach links, so all the things we talk about, you know, they'll be there. And because we did have some tech issues in the beginning, we're going to keep going a little bit after 8. So if you're here, hang out with us. We're going to keep it going. And then I'll go into mine, which is Friend to Friend by Diana Ross. It's on the Diana album, her top selling album of all time, but the one where people only know Upside Down, I'm Coming Out, Tenderness, and you may know My Old Piano. But why, like Friend to Friend, I love is, and I think I understand why it didn't get that kind of notoriety or play. It came out as originally was done to be this big disco dance album. And, you know, we talk about this back in the day when placement of songs was key to how you experience an album. So the album kicks off with Upside Down, goes into Tenderness, and then the last song on side A, we talking side A, side B, is I'm Coming Out. So it feels like that song, like right before the big song when you go into intermission at a play. So they said, okay, let me give you some relief. Let me give you something to go up, get some popcorn or something on. But for me, that ballad is Ross. It's that Touch Me in the Morning Ross. It's that Ross that is just easy and so good, but this yearning and angst at the same time. And then why I really love the song is it's a song about love relationships, but she never says lover. It's always friend. And I think that's just a powerful thing to hold on to, that no matter how we're together, and there's no, oh, this relationship is so great, oh, it's so bad, it just is. And that we're always friends. So that is my gem. Everyone, when you pull out Diana, stop fast, stop skipping that track. When you download it, stop just getting I'm Coming Out and Upside Down and get the Friend to Friend. So that's mine.
That's all right.
All right. Hidden gem, Patti. Hidden gem. Oh, well, actually, my hidden gem from Patti LaBelle is actually a cover. Woman. It was written by Diane Warren, and it was first performed by this Australian singer. Her name is Tina Arena, and the only place where I knew Tina Arena from was because at the end of the Zorro movie with Antonio Banderas, Tina Arena has a duet with Mark Anthony. So that's when I first learned who she was. But the name of the song from Patti and Tina is called If I Was a River. And I like that song from Patti. It's on the When a Woman Loves album. I like that song from Patti's because that 4-minute and 30-second encapsulates all of what Patti does, her antics. She starts it off. Usually when you think of Patti as, just crazy, Exactly. But she starts the song off very come what may-ish, very from her chest, from her diaphragm, singing very low, enunciating words, and then building up to it, and then building up until finally when you hit the vamp or the bridge or whatever, that's when she soars into the stratosphere with all of the noise that I like her for, and all of the control that she normally does not show when she's on stage, you know. So it was a very controlled, focused, laser sharp use of her power, so that by the time of the end of the song, she has done all the things that I like her to do. She has hit notes in the stratosphere. She holds this one note for like 17 seconds, which is another thing I like to hear her do, sustain. And then at the end of the song, she comes right back down to where she started in the beginning, low and quiet. And I was like, wow, it's everything I like about Patti in that one song. And that's just, so I like that song. It's a hidden gem to me because it shows all of the things that I technically or vocally associate with Patti, all the different things, but it's in that one little song.
It's a great performance. Really is. It really is.
You want to go, Keonde, or you want me to go?
I win
okay.
already. I can go again, though.
Oh, okay.
Keonde win. No, go ahead.
Okay. Well, my hidden gem is on Aretha's album after she passed away. It's called "Are You Leaving Me?" and it's a song where it's a demo, and it sounds as if she's making it up as she goes along, and it sounds like she's basically asking this dude, "Are you leaving me?" and "Baby, please don't go." She's playing the piano, and it's about 2 minutes long. And that's all that she's basically saying is, "Are you leaving me? And why are you leaving me?" And you listen to this song, the first time I heard it, I was walking my dog. And and I'm like, I had to stop. I basically had to stop. And I'm standing there at the light, and I'm saying to myself, no, Aretha, I ain't going nowhere. I am not going anywhere. She is begging this guy not to leave her. And I'm like, no, I ain't gonna leave you. You know, it's just that powerful. You know, her voice, she's begging somebody not to leave her, and you can hear it in her voice. I don't know what she was going through at that time, but it sounds like she was really going through it. And she put it in that little demo, that 2-minute demo, and they put it on that album, that Unreleased Gems album.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
it's like, wow, it makes you shake when you hear it. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
it is. That
and it's
album.
It's the last song. It's the last song on the album. Yeah.
And that's the rare and unreleased recordings of Aretha. It's
Yeah.
like the Golden Rain. That album in and of
Yeah.
itself is like an album to talk about. It's demos, studio recordings.
Yeah.
I mean, that's actually one of my favorite Aretha albums.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just you gotta get to that album. Everybody out there will post a link so y'all can get to that album. And again, you're with us on our first night. We're going to go just a little bit longer. And I'm going to say too, as this is new for me, I forgot people like get comments and stuff. And when I watch these other shows, they be telling you what people said and everything. But I got to manage this headphones, speaker, mics, cameras. But we see y'all. Just know,
I see the comments.
We see your
now.
comments. Hey, David. Hey, Renee. Hey, EJ. Next time we're going to incorporate them in the show and tell y'all to tell us your favorite songs. So
Right.
we know you out there. But
and I'm getting text messages
like,
too.
Oh, okay. See there, that's what I'm saying. Like we trying to do this, and folks everywhere. Somebody knocked on the door telling me how come we didn't talk about Jump to It. I said, I don't know, man. We got a lot going on here, so we gotta get to. So it's one last thing we're going to do this real quick because we talked about a lot of ballads, mid-tempo, etc. Let's leave out on the fact that the divas can get down. And we're just going to go. And what is y'all favorite? What my grammar at this time? That's why I don't let my mother watch my show. What are some of your favorite dance records by the divas? We just go, let's kick it off with Trevor.
Oh, so I'm going to have to go with two. Pride, A Deeper Love, and another one. who's zooming who? Because that's when I came out. Who's zooming who? That holds a special place in my heart because when I came out, who's zooming who? The club version of that was pumping. You know, so that holds a special place in my heart.
Okay, and no offense, Trevor, but when your mother was watching you sing, I say a little prayer every morning. I think that you were already out, but okay.
I don't like you. I don't like you.
Because we almost in the after show now. So Donnell, go ahead.
That's why she was putting you on the right track. That's why she brought you to that Aretha version. Come on over here, son. Sit down on this tour and let me show you something. Something that I know that you don't think that you know yet that I don't know yet. Dance tune. Okay, LaBelle. Well, favorite dance tune from LaBelle is "If You Keep It Up, I'm Gonna Give You Up, Messing With Me, Messing With My Mind." That's my that is my tune from them. From solo LaBelle, it's probably "Joy to Have Your Love," but I didn't learn about "Messing With My Mind" until I had become grown, and I had missed that song when it was first released. But boy, I picked it up in space later on in my life, and yeah. Okay. I cannot have that song on the headphones and walk at the same time because I'm prancing up the street.
Keonde.
Oh Lord, my favorite Gladys Knight dance song will always be "Taste a Bit of Love."
Oh,
Taste a Bit of Love is it, and there's a Joey Negro mix that is off the chain that you can't help but feel it. Yes, Odu, you got it.
Yeah, acapella weekend. Yeah, that's everything.
That one, "Taste a Bit of Love," but there's another one, a song that she did in 2015 called "Just a Little."
I love that song. I love that song.
Yes.
I love that song. I love it. And the video.
Come on, you got
the video. Yes.
Young girl is coming through to pay respect, and you know there's
Kelly
Price and Lettucey and Shantae Moore, Mary, Eric.
I love it.
All of the video.
Yes.
So just a little.
Yep.
That's it.
Yes. Yep.
And I give you that. Yeah, she's still going, still dancing, still getting it in.
Yeah.
And I see you, Craig. See, Craig agrees with me. Thank you so much, Craig Washington.
Yeah.
We'll go back to Trevor later. Right, I know. Well, he also said you've been out a long time. So for me, with Ross, I mean, Ross has to me a total dance career. Like she has this whole, the clubs, the kids. But I'm going to go with, well, I have to give mention to Love Hangover. Love Hangover, #1 record and #1 on the dance charts, 1976. #1 record this year for her birthday, the Eric Cooper remix. So when you got a career like that, it don't matter. If you got your people's grandchildren dancing to the same song you dance to, then that's that. But even with Love Hangover, and Love Hangover is so intertwined into my life as a black man and as a gay man and all of that. Swept Away, the remix, that Arthur Baker, Daryl Hall experience. There is
that remix is that remix is on.
Remix. Ross is coming from I was, baby. So that's that. So that's it. Share your favorite dance tracks by the divas, post them online. And y'all, guess what? We are almost near the end of our first episode. So let's just shout. Okay, show Ride on the Freeway. And we have to give Aretha props. She did sing for our president, Barack Obama, for his first inauguration. And we must get yes. And on that, somebody is going to be singing for our next president's inauguration. And we're going to get a lot into that next week on the show. The theme for next week is The Message. Songs of, now I ain't looking at it right, but I do remember songs of hope, change, and liberation. So definitely check that out. We're going to have a special guest in the house, jazz icon, Tony Award winner, Grammy Award winner, Also, a person that a lot of people don't know was involved with the Black Panther Party, on the FBI list, all this kind of stuff. She's going to share her experiences. And that is the one and only Miss Dee Dee Bridgewater. And if you've never heard Dee Dee Bridgewater tell stories, you must be here, especially stories from that time. So tune in next week for that. I also want to thank our team of folks. You see us, then we have our background team. A lot's happening background tonight. We're going to work it all out, but we still got to show love for Sue and Kara Solutions. You hear me saying Sue. Sue is the one working this, and I know she's working 2 events right now. So, Sue, I still got nothing but love for you, you know, with the after show. And let's keep it going for Rainier, who just got off of her show and still stopped by to talk in our show. Everybody out there, let's keep it going for them. Let's give it up for DJ Aaron Kelly, who does the graphics for our show. Thank you so much. And as we grow and as we do this, we do appreciate your support so that we can get this tech. Yeah, there we go, Susan. Sue got that right up. There you go. So, you know, we Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, ZELLE, all those things. You can screenshot the screen or we'll share it in the group. You know, we're going to be here regardless. But it is beautiful when you show us back the love that we're giving you. So on that, again, Odu, Trevor, Donnell, and Keonde, they didn't know I was going to tell them they can't see what I'm pointing to. We all thank you for coming. Subscribe to the group or join the group. Subscribe to YouTube channel. Do whatever else people want you to do on social media and all the other stuff they ask you to do. 500. Yeah, I see you eating a lot. Okay, y'all, that's right. Thank you so much, Kevin. We will be back here every week. And to go out, we're going to go back to a classic. I'm not going to say, Sue, just roll it. And thank you all for being here with us in the groove tonight.
Thank you all. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for
you can sing Reach Out and Touch. All right. Come on.
Make this world a better place if you can. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. And make this world a better place if you can. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. Oh, thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen.